The call came just after midnight, a frantic voice on the other end, barely a whisper. "They're here. They're on the property." It was my neighbor, her voice trembling with fear. My heart hammered against my ribs, but my training kicked in. This was the moment I had prepared for, the scenario I had run through in my head 100 times. I grabbed my gear, my mind a steel trap of focus and adrenaline. Living out here, miles from the nearest town, you learn to be self-reliant. The sheriffs are good people, but they're 30 minutes away on a good night. 30 minutes is a lifetime when your safety is on the line. That's why we formed a neighborhood watch, but not your typical kind. We trained together, set up communication lines, and made sure everyone knew the plan. We were a community, and we looked out for each other. Through my night vision scope, I saw them. 4 figures, dressed in black, moving silently toward her house. They were methodical, professional. This wasn't a simple break-in. They were looking for something specific. My neighbor was a retired journalist who had made some powerful enemies over the years. It seemed her past had finally caught up with her. I moved through the darkness, using the familiar terrain to my advantage. Every tree, every rock was a piece of the puzzle I knew by heart. The intruders were focused on the house, their attention tunneled. They didn't expect a response from the outside. That was their first mistake. I positioned myself on a small ridge overlooking her property, giving me a clear line of sight. The plan wasn't confrontation, it was disruption. I used a series of high-powered strobes I had pre-positioned around the property line. One flick of a switch, and the area was bathed in disorienting, pulsating light. The figures froze, blinded, and confused. Their stealth was gone. Then came the sound, a high-frequency alarm that was painful to the ears, designed to overwhelm the senses. They scrambled, their professional demeanor shattering into panic. They had no idea where the attack was coming from. From my vantage point, I watched them retreat, stumbling over each other in their haste to escape the sensory overload. They piled into a dark sedan parked down the road and sped off into the night. They came prepared for a soft target, an isolated home with a single occupant. They weren't prepared for a community that was ready for them. They weren't prepared for someone watching their every move from the shadows. When the sheriff's deputies finally arrived, the threat was long gone. They took our statements, impressed by the setup. The lead deputy just shook his head and said, "You guys don't mess around out here, do you?" We don't, because when you live on the edge of civilization, you have to be your own first line of defense. It's not about being a hero, it's about being prepared. It's about knowing that when the darkness comes, you have a light of your own and you're ready to use it. That night was a testament to training, community, and the will to protect what's yours. It showed that with the right preparation and mindset, you can face down any threat. Thanks for watching. If you found this story compelling, please hit that like button and subscribe for more. Stay safe and stay ready.